Heritage Month, and at TOSA Talks, we are celebrating the rich culture of the Hispanic families in our service area by highlighting the life-saving difference we can all make as registered donors. As we honor the legacy of heroic donors, we also remember that 40% of the people waiting for an organ transplant in Texas are Hispanic. The need is clear, and it's easy to help. This month on TOSA Talks, we welcome Bexar County Precinct 2 Commissioner Justin Rodriguez to help us celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month and Make a Difference Day, which is October 22nd. Welcome, Commissioner Rodriguez.
Thank you, Edwina. Thanks so much for having me this month.
Yes, we're so happy to have you with us. For our audience outside of Bexar County, can you please tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, my name is Justin Rodriguez, Bexar County Commissioner here in San Antonio, Precinct 2. I've represented now the county in this capacity for just a little bit over 3 years. Before this, I served in the Texas legislature for 6 years, a little over 3 terms. And before that was on the city council for 4 years here in the city of San Antonio, but started my elected career in at the local, very local level, at the school board level. I was a trustee for San Antonio ISD, a school board member.
Incredible. And we're so happy to have you here to help make an impact for organ donation, which is a really important topic because unfortunately, Hispanics make up a large portion of the US waiting list, but we are reluctant to become organ donors ourselves because of a lot of myths and misconceptions. Like I mentioned before, on October 22nd, we observe National Make a Difference Day, which is a time for us to make important contributions to help our communities. How do registered organ donors make a difference?
Well, I think the main way is they offer hope to people in our community. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about organ donation. But I think that, when someone is potentially in a position where them or a family member is in need, hope is the operative word, right? I mean, it's oftentimes, I think, the path of last resort to save lives. And I think too that, being able to encourage others in our community. I mentioned that I represent about 500,000 people. Bexar County's population in its whole of a little over 2 million, and over 60% of that population is Hispanic, is Latino. My precinct in particular is probably about 65% Hispanic. And so I think making sure that we take down any barriers, any misconceptions about the organ donation process, or just being eligible, I think is a significant opportunity for us to make sure that our community is aware of not just the possibility of having to go that route, but also just making sure that they encourage others in their family to comply and to sign up. We know a lot of folks in our community. My father, who's now passed away, suffered from diabetes and was on dialysis in his later years. But those are I think, not just unique to my situation. I think families all over the west side of San Antonio and Bexar County, but also South Texas. So I think it's really important for us to make sure people know how to get registered and encourage others to get registered.
Yes, I agree. And we know that a lot of these misconceptions are what keep people from signing up. And we know that health and age are one of the biggest concerns that people have. But it doesn't matter your age or your health status. We all have that ability to save lives. And that's what's so great about our Donate Life Texas registry. For our final question that we have for you this month is, what message do you have for the Hispanic community about organ donation?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit of what I mentioned a few minutes ago, and that is, this is not a process that is exclusive just to the privileged, right? I mean, anybody can sign up. You have to think about your family members, those who may not be in great condition. First of all, we want to encourage everybody to live a healthy life, number one, right? But medical issues are part, and even accidents are part of life, right? So I think we need to make sure that our people, Nuestra Gente, understand the importance of being signed up as a donor, being prepared, right? It's just like any other emergency situation. You want to be prepared as possible. So I think talking to family members, in particular in the Latino community, we know who really are the bosses, right? It's usually our moms, our abuelitas, our tias. Those are the people that are influencers in our families. So we need to make sure that those folks continue to talk to our brothers and fathers and uncles about making sure that this is about saving lives, and every life's important. So anybody that should get signed up should, and certainly we're encouraging everybody in our community to do that.
Thank you, Commissioner Rodriguez, for joining us to share the importance of the Donate Life message. To sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor, visit us at TOSA1.org. Tune in next time to TOSA Talks.